Good morning, class. Today we are starting a new chapter. This is chapter 16 from your book, and the name of the chapter is Development of Transport. So, we are going to read about the various types of transport and how they developed into the present forms. So, let us follow. We have come a long way since the days when animals and sledges were the only means of transport. Let us talk about the ways in which we travel and transport goods today and the things that have made this possible. So, you see, previously in the chapter about early humans, you have seen that they had used animals. Okay, even after early humans, also at very early years, like maybe about 500 years ago from now, there were no cars. Okay, so people had to walk or they had to travel on animals and sledges. Okay, but after that, slowly there was development of transport and the various means of transportation. Okay, so this chapter is about all those things. The first part that we are going to discuss today is roads and vehicles. Okay, so we will be reading about roadways and road transport. Wheel. To invent means to make something new. The first big invention in the world of transport was the wheel. Carts and carriages with wheels made traveling and carrying goods a lot easier and faster. Even today, most vehicles have two or more wheels. So, you see, the first most important invention in transportation was the wheel. Okay, so wheels were after the invention of wheels there were carts and carriages, and this made traveling much faster. So after the invention of the wheels, the traveling became easier and faster, so much more load could be carried and could be transported very fast from one place to another. Even today, most vehicles have two or more wheels. So you see, you have cycles, you have tricycles, you have rickshaws, you have cars, you have buses. So you can see there are two wheels, four wheels, six wheels, eight wheels, up to 12 wheels. Okay, those big trucks, they have 12 wheels. So the more number of wheels, the larger the transportation system and the more weight and goods it can carry. So wheels was the first and most important development in the field of transportation. Next, motor vehicles. What are motor vehicles? In the beginning, cars ran on steam. So first there used to be cars and trains, they used to run on steam. The first of these were built around 250 years ago. So the first motor vehicle, the first cars, they were built around 250 years ago. They were heavy and slow, but they were different from what we have today. Okay, what were they? They were heavy and they were slow. Then around 1885, two Germans, Karl Benz and Gottlieb Daimler. So these two people, these were two Germans, they invented something. Working separately made motor cars. Okay, what are motor cars? Motor cars are the types of cars we see today. So previously the cars used to run on steam, and after that these two German people around 1885, okay, Benz and Daimler, they invented the motor vehicles or the motor cars. These ran on petrol, and these were the cars which ran on petrol. Heavy vehicles like trucks came a little later, after the diesel engine was invented by another German, Rudolf Diesel. So, first motor cars were invented, after that trucks were invented. So, trucks were invented later than motor cars. When were trucks invented? Trucks were invented after the invention of the diesel engine. Okay, so there are two types of particularly two types of car. Okay, one that runs on petrol, one that runs on diesel. So after the invention of diesel engine by Rudolf Diesel, another German, the diesel cars were invented, which are mainly trucks. How there are cars that now there are cars that run on electricity and hybrid cars that run on a fuel like petrol as well as electricity. Now talking about the latest invention. Okay, first there were motor cars. First there were steam cars. There were cars that ran on steam. Then came the motor cars which ran on petrol. Then came the cars and trucks which ran on diesel. And now at very present there are cars that are known as hybrid cars. Okay, so we have cars that run on electricity. Those are known as electric car. See here you have a picture of an electric car. Okay, what you need to do is you need to charge their battery and then these cars can run. Okay, so we all have traveled by Toto, right? The very friendly thing that we travel on nowadays, Totos. So Totos are a type of electric car. Okay, they use battery powered engines to run. They do not need any kind of fuel. They run on battery. So this is a type of electric car. And there are also hybrid cars. What are hybrid cars? Hybrid cars are those cars which travel on a fuel like petrol and also electricity. So they can travel in both ways. They can be either run with the help of a fuel or they can be run with the help of electricity. Electric cars and hybrids are less polluting than diesels or petrol cars. So electric cars do not give out the harmful gases like carbon dioxide and the various gases which you see coming out from the car. Okay, because they do not use fuels like petrol or diesel, they do not produce harmful polluting gases. That is why they are environmental friendly. Okay, so electric cars and hybrids are less polluting than diesel or petrol cars. So this is about the motor vehicle. So first we have seen the wheels, the most important invention in case of transportation, and then we have seen the various types of motor vehicles. First were those run on steam, then came those run by petrol, then were those run by the diesel engine, then came the electric cars, and now we have hybrid cars which can run on both petrol like fuels and electricity. Next we are going to talk about roads. So moving to roads. In the early days, roads were just tracks made by movement of people and animal. These tracks were not good enough for the movement of carts or carriages. So people started covering roads with bricks or stones. Later they made metal roads which have a smooth top layer of crushed stones or stone chips held together with tar. Today we also have concrete roads. So you see, roads in the early days, that means very early on, what was there? There was no particular thing called road. Okay, now we have roads, right? We can see that what a road is, but previously there were no roads. Maybe what happened is, from one particular place continuously the animals and the people used to move, and that used to create a track, and this track were considered to be roads, but they were not so useful because they were not so easy to travel. Like it is very easy to travel on the different types of roads we have today, but back then, because there was no solid road, it was not so easy to travel. Okay, these tracks were not good enough. They were not good enough for movement of carts and carriages. These were not solid roads. So if it rained, they used to get destroyed. Okay, there used to be water and people could not see the road. So that is why carts and carriages could not travel so easily. So what happened? People started covering roads with bricks and stones. Slowly, people, what did they do? They started putting roads, bricks and stones on these tracks, so that even if there was rain or some other natural disaster, these roads would not get destroyed and people could see them. Later they made metal roads. What are metal roads? Metal roads have a smooth top layer of crushed stones or stone chips held together by tar. That means the kind of roads we have. Okay, so tar is a kind of sticky substance. Okay, it is kind of a sticky chemical. What do they do is they heat it up and melt it, and with that they put in stones or stone chips and they lay it on the ground, and as this tar cools down and becomes solid, we get these roads that we use. Also, we have another type of roads which are concrete roads. You have that road in front of your school, right? That road is a concrete road. So we see that first and foremost the roads were just tracks made due to the movement of animals. After that people started covering these roads with bricks and stones, and then came the metal roads and the concrete roads. So these are the roads. You see this picture here. In this picture you see this is how a metal road is made. You have seen how roads are made, right? While coming and going to school, you have seen roads are being made. See, in this picture also here, this type of road, okay, this type of road is known as a metal road. It's a solid road. Now let us talk about the Indian roads. India has a long history of roads. The cities of the Indus Valley had roads paved with bricks some 4,500 years ago. So, we are talking about the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, this is a very early time. And it was like 4,500 years ago. Okay, so many years ago. Even then, there were roads that were paved with bricks. Many rulers down the age built and maintained roads. The greatest of these roads were perhaps the one built by Sher Shah Suri around 450 years ago. So, Indus Valley roads, they had brick roads around 4,500 years ago, and among the other greatest roads built much later on is one made by Sher Shah Suri. Okay, Sher Shah Suri was a ruler and he sanctioned the building of a road around 450 years ago. It ran from Peshawar in Pakistan to Sonargaon in Bangladesh. So you see, it starts from Peshawar, that is in Pakistan, then passes through India and then ends in Sonargaon in Bangladesh. The present Grand Trunk Road is a part of this road. Okay, and the Grand Trunk Road or the GT Road, that is the road that was sanctioned by Sher Shah Suri. So this is very important. Okay, this part, bracket it out, underline it. This part is very important. The Grand Trunk Road built by Sher Shah Suri about 450 years ago ran from Peshawar in Pakistan to Sonargaon in Bangladesh. Today, India has one of the largest road networks of roads in the world, but most of the roads connecting villages are not metalled. So, India has many roads. There are various kinds of roads. We have metal roads in the cities, but in the village areas, they have roads which are not metal. That means these roads are not solid. They become muddy during the rainy season and are not fit for heavy vehicles. See, the early roads where there were no solid roads, they were just tracks. Okay, even today in some villages, such roads are there. These roads become muddy during the rainy season and heavy vehicles cannot move. This makes it difficult for farmers to take their crops to the market. So, in the village areas, the farmers, what do? As these roads are not metalled, big trucks cannot enter those places. So, they have to bring their own farm products, right? So, they either use bullock carts or small tractors. They use small kind of transportation to bring their crops to the market. The state capitals and other big cities are connected by broad metal road called national highways, while the big towns of each state are connected by state highways. So again, this is a very important part. Okay, bracket out this part because this part is very important. We are talking about two very important highways. What are they? National highway and the state highway. What are the state capital and other big cities are connected by broad metal road called national highways, and big towns of each state are connected by state highways. That means, see, West Bengal is a state and Odisha is a state. So these two states are connected by roads. The roads which are connecting Odisha and West Bengal, these roads are called national highways. Okay, so the roads which connect big cities in two state capitals, they are called national highways. So the road connecting Odisha and West Bengal places will be called national highways, and those places, those roads which connect big towns in a state, okay, while the big towns of each state are connected by state highways, and the big towns in a state, they are connected by state highways. These are needed for transporting goods over long distances for the development of industries. So why do we need roads? Mainly we need roads to move from one place to another. Okay, so if suppose you want to go to a place by bus or by car, you will need a road. If you have a road, a solid metal road, then you can travel very easily. But if you don't have a metal road, then it becomes very difficult for you to travel. And also for factories which produce various goods, these goods need to be transported from one place to another, and having solid roads makes it very easy. So today we are going to stop here. We will continue with railways next day. So today we are stopping at roads, and next day we will be continuing with railways. That's all for today. Thank you and bye bye.